Okay everyone, last night we made our cupcakes. If you would like a full cupcake recipe, let me know in the comments. Okay everyone, our cupcakes are cool. They have been cooling overnight. So our next step is to frost them. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go ahead and make our frosting. Okay, so a couple of things we're going to need for our frosting are a stand mixer, of course, stand mixer bowl, paddle attachment. Go ahead and put that on. Okay, we're going to need some salted butter, preferably a good quality with a high fat content, plenty of powdered sugar, some pure vanilla extract. This is something that I do. I know most recipes don't call for it. They usually use milk, but I usually use heavy whipping cream, or sometimes I even use half and half, or even occasionally I'll even use coffee creamer, depending on how, what type of flavor I want. But that's what we're going to be using, heavy whipping cream. Okay, now this next step is kind of optional, but I usually always do it. I'm going to go ahead and sift our powdered sugar. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add in 4 cups powdered sugar. You can do 1 scoop at a time. Okay, once all our powdered sugar is sifted, we're going to go ahead and bring this over to our stove, and we're going to talk about our butter. Okay, next is our butter. We're going to want about 8 ounces of butter, which if you were using sticks, that would be about 2 sticks of butter. We're going to be using these big block butters, which is about 1 pound, which is 16 ounces. So we're going to have to cut this in half. Alright, next thing we're going to do is add our butter to our stand mixer. Right? Alright, we're going to put this in our stand mixer. Alright, our next step, we're going to turn this on to about medium speed and let this go for 5 minutes. And what this is going to do is it's going to cream our butter. Oops. Alright, and what this is going to do is it's going to cream our butter. It's going to sort of double it in size, and it's going to give it a nice pale color. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on. Medium speed, and then put our timer on for 5 minutes. Okay, as you can see, our butter has become paler and almost doubled in size. So the next step, adding our powdered sugar little by little. Alright, so we're going to turn our mixer back on to medium, and we're going to slowly incorporate our powdered sugar little by little until it's all mixed in. Now this will take a little bit of time, but you don't want to rush here. Just take your time. Another thing, if you start to see too much powdered sugar and butter building up on the sides, every once in a while you can just stop, just scrape it back down into the middle. The very last of our powdered sugar is working into our butter right now. So what we're gonna do is get out the liquid or our buttercream. Okay, so I'm gonna start by adding about half a cup of our heavy whipping cream. We might use all of this or we might not. It depends on the texture of our buttercream as we're adding it, you know. Next we have our pure vanilla extract. So we're gonna add about maybe 2 teaspoons. Next we're gonna take a spoon and just give this a mix. Alright, now I'm gonna turn my mixer back on, medium speed, and I'm gonna slowly start adding our heavy cream mixture. And then depending on how much I add is going to depend on the consistency that it's getting and the consistency that I want. Alright, still a little thick, so I'm probably going to add all of that heavy cream mixture. Put the rest of that in. Okay, once our icing is the consistency and thickness we want, we're going to move on to our piping bags. Alright, so this is the game plan. The colors we're going to go for are pink and white. So for our vanilla cupcakes, we're going to do the same icing recipe, but we're going to dye it pink. For our red velvet cupcakes, we're just going to use the vanilla icing. And then we're going to decorate. We got our vanilla frosting, a bunch of piping bags. We have some pink pearls. These are for our white icing. Some chocolate gold powder, brush, and now our piping tips. So here I actually have a couple different ones that I want to try out. So I think maybe I might do 4 separate piping bags, you know, each trying these different ones out. See which one kind of looks the best. I think I've used this one before. I think this one is pretty good. So we'll try that out. A couple different designs. Alright, first let's try this little cool one. When it comes to these piping tips, it's all just practice and trial and error and finding one that you like and that you get good with. It's nice. Nice little cupcake. Alright, next let's try this one. Now this one is nice. This one I like. This one I like. I think this is probably going to be our winner. Yes, definitely. I think we have a winner. Alright, let's decorate. First thing we're going to do is take some of our pink pearls. And we're just going to sort of randomly drop them all over our cupcakes.
Put one there, there. Oh.
Alright, next we're going to take our chocolate gold powder. Our brush, we're gonna dust on some chocolate gold dust. So let's see, we'll dip our brush in and we'll try going from high up. It's a light dusting. Okay, and our first batch of cupcakes is done. Alright, so this batch is done. So now we're going to follow the same exact steps to make our icing for our vanilla cupcakes, except we're going to dye it pink. So I'll turn the camera back on when we're ready to add our dye. Okay, our second batch of icing is done. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add our food coloring, and I'm using these Wilton icing colors. So we want our icing today to be pink. So we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of this pink, little by little, until we get the color that we want. Alright, so I'm going to add a little bit onto this knife. Try that much for now. Smear it into the icing. Okay, let's mix that in, see how that comes out. Okay, not bad. I think this is actually kind of perfect. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is put it in our piping bag and then we'll start icing. Okay, and just like before, we're going to ice in our cupcakes. So I'm going to use this for all of these. And we're just going to do the same design that we did before. Like that. Can do something like that. It looks pretty good. A little squiggly line. Alright, I'm going to finish these up and then we'll go back to decorating. Okay, here are our pink cupcakes. Fully decorated. Well, fully iced. We're going to decorate them now. So, for our pink cupcakes, we're going to use our white pearls. And the same thing before, we're just going to scatter them all over.
Whatever looks good, you know. Oops.
Alright, so just like before, we're going to do our chocolate dust, but I'm not sure if I should do gold again or if I should do silver for the pink. I don't know. I'm gonna try, test them out on one and then test them out on another and see what looks better. Alright everyone, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I think the gold definitely looks better. Alright, our pink cupcakes are all done. I'll go ahead and box those up. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful or informative, even if it's just a little bit. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.